Hello, I wanted to share today some examples that show authors' tone. And there are different ways we can describe tone that might be more positive, negative, or perhaps neutral. So I have one here that indicates an agitated tone. So that is a negative kind of tone, someone that's annoyed. And when you look at these two examples between 1 and 2, number 2 has some words that I've underlined to show that this is the agitated tone. Okay, there are negative words like deluging the house, the incessant showers, they never stop. It was enraged, angry. Okay, so all those things are word choices or diction that show an agitated tone. Another example here that's more humorous shows us some imagery that helps us to catch the tone. And so when we're thinking of something that's funny, we're painting a picture here. The details about the father of the bride in the first one just kind of talks very traditionally about it. But in the second one, it really creates a picture about, him fidgeting and fuming, the tight clothes, that he's uncomfortable. Okay, he's feeling crowded and feeling rushed, and this great simile that he's like a rat in a trap. Okay, so that's all word choice and imagery, pictures that are being painted that create a funny kind of tone for the reader. And well, from the reader gathers that, but it's the author that is presenting it in that way. One other negative one to look at here too, just critical. Okay, if we look at again these examples for 1 and 2, the more critical tone is number 2 with some of the word choice here. It talks about this little house. It doesn't mention, the sunshine or the veranda or flowers. Instead, it has more negative terms to look at. So those are a couple of positive and negative examples, but I'd like to look too, especially at some objective tone. So objective would be like neutral, and as opposed to subjective, where a person is definitely putting themselves in the writing, the argument. It might even use first person versus a third person objective kind of writer. We get words here that it's very factual when it's objective. So again, it's factual, neutral, and objective. So when you look at these two choices between 1 and 2, okay, number 2 really has the words underlined that are subjective. Okay, this is someone saying that there's a delusion, someone is delusional or short-sighted, and other people will be better off a certain way. Whereas number 1 is just one sentence and really just provides the facts of what the minimum wage laws can do. Okay. Another example with objective tone. Again, if you look at number 1 and 2, number 1 is giving the facts and it's staying quite neutral, whereas number 2, I've underlined some words to show that it's a positive outlook on the Appalachian Trail. It's using words like it's celebrated and serene and beckoning, and it's the granddaddy, like an idea of sentimentality that goes along with it. But that is subjective from the writer rather than just being factual. So these are good examples when you think about objective or neutral. It sticks to the facts. And then we also had some examples that would just be positive or negative tones and words that you could use to describe them. I hope that was helpful. Thanks.